Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another WaltInPA video. Yesterday was Friday. I posted my Do You Have a Go-To Route video. And to be quite honest with you, I thought it was a flop. Is there a fire or an accident up here? We got sand or something in the road. Should be like oil dry or something. The video was like 9 or 10 in the list. What's going on here? Why is there stuff everywhere? The truck spill some stuff? I thought, you know, this is a great way to get people talking to one another, and it'll be great. It'll be awesome. I think we're gonna have to start the whole thing over again once I get past all this sand or whatever it is, because it's very distracting.
Hey everybody, Dustin from Two Wheeled coming at you from my garage here in South Dakota. I have my Honda Shadow and my Road King, and you are watching WaltInPA. Peace out.
Alright, now that we're past all that sand and I don't have to worry about it distracting me anymore, let's start this whole show over again. Hello and welcome to the WaltInPA YouTube channel. My name is Walt, and today we're riding through, well, we're in Berks County now. We started in Montgomery. On this wonderful yet brisk Saturday morning. It's about 7 a.m. and I'm taking a ride up to the Redding area, well, to do a destination video that's a little bit different than a covered bridge. It's something you've seen before. We'll talk about that, well, when I do that video. But for the time being, we've got plenty of time to record some other stuff. And the topic for that other stuff, or at least the first topic, is what makes a successful motovlog. Now you're probably wondering, you know, what is the deal with all of the motovlog topics as of late? You know, we posted a few recently. I've got several more in the hopper that I'm sure you're going to see before this one. And the simple answer to that question is that the bulk of my audience, I believe, is made up of my fellow motovloggers. So at this juncture in my channel growth, I feel like we can have a solid conversation about motovlogging topics without alienating some viewers who may only be here for, you know, general motorcycle content as opposed to the topic of motovlogging. So just taking advantage of the audience that I have at the time. So what makes a successful motovlog? And this topic kind of came to mind this morning because yesterday I posted the video titled Do You Have a Go-To Route? It was probably a little while back at this point. I'll post a link to it in the cards up above. And in that video I basically asked the audience, do you mind seeing the same route over and over again? Because I have a tendency to ride the same loop over and over again when time is tight. I'm just looking to get out for a little ride and I need to get back home to work, or because get back home because it's starting to get dark, or the weather's turning nasty, or whatever the case may be. And the whole point of that was to generate community discussion so that we could kind of talk about whether or not we have these go-to routes that we like to ride. Now in the YouTube Creator Studio, there is this little pane that tells you how your video is performing compared to other videos in the same time frame. So you can get a gauge of whether or not your video is attracting more attention right away, or if it's kind of simmering and people are coming on board after some time passes, that sort of thing. And over the last, I would say, month and a half, new videos have been climbing the charts for me. You know, it's obvious because my channel is growing. So obviously there's more data, there's more viewers, there's more watch time, that sort of thing. So videos sort of, they may start low, but they quickly shoot to the top of that list and they become, you know, 1, 2, or 3, something like that. So yesterday I posted that video and then nothing. So when I say nothing, I mean nothing. It was at the bottom of my little analytics chart in Google, in the YouTube studio, and there were fewer comments than usual. Now I don't know if it was the perfect storm. There's stuff going on. It was September 11th. There was a meetup down south with Mr. G, so there's a couple of people that usually comment all the time were busy. You know, that sort of thing. But really, that hadn't crossed my mind at the time, and my thought was that, oh great, this video flopped, no one really cares. And I thought, you know, that was kind of the end of it. Well, a little time passes, and eventually the video starts to move up in the creator studio, and I'm starting to see a couple of comments here and there come in. And then I had to do something for work, so I pretty much set my phone down for the rest of the day. And when I checked it later on that afternoon, I had 1 or 2 more comments. So by that point, there were a lot fewer comments than usual. And I just thought, you know what, this one didn't do so well. People obviously aren't interested in this conversation. I guess, you know, we'll kind of pivot a little bit going forward. So that was the plan. Well, I went to bed, and I got up this morning and checked my phone at, I don't know, about 6 o'clock, and there was like a flood of comments. Not, you know, we're not talking like dozens upon dozens, but there were several new comments that I hadn't seen yet, and all of them were substantial comments. And when I say that, I mean people clearly watched the video and then took the time to formulate an answer and then type something out, because they are much more involved than nice video with the thumbs up emoji. I don't know how exactly that happened, but that video did everything I wanted it to and more in terms of creating a community discussion. So I was like thrilled with that this morning. Kind of made my day. And it's got me wondering, you know, what do you consider to be a successful motovlog? In terms of single video, not like overarching motovlog channel kind of stuff, but singular from a video perspective. What do you need to see in order for you to feel as though that particular video has been a success? For me, the barometer has always been comments. I don't really pay much attention to views. Sometimes they're higher than usual, sometimes they're lower than usual, but my barometer is, and always has been, not only the number of comments, but the quality of comments that I get. And it's really hard to put a metric on that, because, you know, if you look at any video that I've posted over the past, I don't know, let's say 3 weeks, and again, we're recording this early September, you'll find videos with comments in the 40s, 50s, and 60s. Now, you've got to keep in mind that half of those comments are me responding to the original comment. So now we're looking at, you know, 15, 20, 25 unique comments. And to me, that's a really big deal. I think that's fantastic, and that's kind of what I'm shooting for. You know, I like to see at least 10. When I think this morning I was at 98 subscribers. So looking for interaction from 10%, that's probably a lot, now that I think of it. But the goal of the channel has always been community, so I think setting myself up for a goal of, you know, 1% interaction is counterproductive. I'm not doing something right if that's all I'm getting. For my goals, I'm not doing something right. So I guess that brings up another interesting discussion topic, and that is if your channel goals are different than mine. So for instance, if you're looking for subscriber count, you may be wanting to see an increase of X number of subscribers per video. You know, I don't know what your percentage is, or what you're shooting for in terms of a goal. Or if you're looking just to increase viewership, you know, you may be looking for X number of views per video, and I don't know what that percentage would be for you. But for me, you know, 10% interaction, I think, is it's kind of a lofty goal, but it's something I'm kind of excited to be working towards. So I don't want to ramble on needlessly, I think I've made my I think I've posed the question clearly enough. So with that said, thank you for watching this video and every video that you've watched. Thank you for commenting and liking and subscribing. Again, I'm shooting for 10%, so if you've never left a comment before, now's the time to do it. So as always, ride safe, and I will catch you in the next one. And I think maybe when I left this morning, I started riding in the wrong direction. It is awfully gray out this way.